you see them, you like, wow, like, so.
Yeah, like you
I'm
can't.
not a huge fan of rap, so seeing like rappers and stuff, I'm not like, oh my god, like, or like football players and stuff. I guess when I got into that athletic world and I started seeing these people, I was never, when I met Mike Tomlin, I wasn't like, oh my god, you're Mike Tomlin. He literally looked at me and said, you don't know who I am? He was cool with it too. I was like,
Yeah, but I feel like there's levels. Like to be starstruck on a certain star, I think the star has to be like a Drake.
There's some artists.
Beyonce.
There's some
Jay-Z.
artists that I feel like that will leave you starstruck.
Because they're just not in,
Jay-Z.
They're not in. They're
No.
not. But they're not. But people that are not in like public spaces, like that people that are not in like frequent spaces at all. They're literally like.
bro, I would have to see, like I said, I would have to see
flying
somebody.
jets everywhere they go.
I would have to see like Patti LaBelle.
Beyonce.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
bro.
Beyonce.
Bro, everybody talk about like, oh man, Kelly Rowland, bro. When I seen Beyonce in person for the first time, you know how they say certain people have auras about
So
them?
you were starstruck.
I wasn't starstruck, but it was like, damn,
Wow.
like wow.
Yeah.
That's starstruck.
Nah, it wasn't like a.
Oh, you weren't like crying and fainting and stuff like that, but
No.
you could be like,
Okay, I'm not doing that for nobody.
no, right? But you could be like,
I'm like, if I saw
paying
Michael
attention.
Jackson, I would be like, what the fuck? Like, this is Michael Jackson. Like, I would be like, this is Michael Jackson, bro. This is Michael Jackson. Like, you can't. That's starstruck right there. That's
but
like.
that's what I'm saying. Why would it be different? I think it has to do with like
Because I'm not like a real. I like rap, but I'm not like a super fan.
No, but I'm saying as far as being starstruck, what will it have to take for someone to be starstruck? And I think it has to do with like the level of work that they do. You know.
The level of work and the level of like respect that you have for that work.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like a Denzel Washington, I'm gonna be like, wow, this is Denzel Washington. This is like I'm gonna only see him one time in my life.
Right.
And mostly like untouchable people too. Because I feel like artists are more so like or actors and actresses are more so in like that untouchable realm versus
Depending on the level. Yeah.
versus like artists. I feel like it would be easier for somebody to be like starstruck by an actor and actress just because you don't see them as much. You see them in a movie and then they disappear. You don't really see them in the limelight. There is no like drama with actors and actresses. And like to see an actor or actress, you're like, whoa.
True.
I never, bro, like from the time I was young, like the only athletes that kind of made me kind of emotional to kind of see was like Bruce Smith or like a Reggie White, like just watching them growing up like that.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the passion that they put into the work that they did,
Yeah.
but I could feel it. But I don't know about like I always humanize people.
What does that mean when you say humanize?
Like
You see them.
you know how guys will be arguing like Jay-Z got the most money and da da da. I never saw it like that. It was like this
Just a
is
regular
Jay-Z,
person.
this is
Yeah.
you know, or yeah, he in the Illuminati. I'm like, bruh, like this is a regular person. He just happened to work hard to be where he is.
Yeah.
Like I just never saw people
I mean,
like
you can say that for anybody.
Right.
yeah.
You just never saw anybody outside of the realm of just being like a regular person that from down the street. That
Yeah.
Me and Dre saw Floyd, and I wasn't
That shit was
starstruck,
crazy.
but that shit kind of like I would like. That's the thing. I wouldn't say I was starstruck, you know, but I was like,
Like, wow, that's Floyd Mayweather.
it's Floyd Mayweather,
Yeah.
you know, and I was like, I could maybe see how somebody's like, you're starstruck, but for me, it's like, I don't think I'd be starstruck if I saw Floyd, because I even like, we gave him a head nod,
Yeah.
and he head nodded his back, and I was like, cool, but, and I didn't really think of it too much after that, but I was like, that was a dope moment.
Because it was just random, and it's like you're never gonna get that chance
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
Like being that close to him too.
We had
Like,
no idea. We was
It's
like, what is
crazy.
all this madness going around? We see two big ass bodyguards that look like they combined two Tims together, and we can barely see like who they're surrounding.
Yeah.
And there's somebody like holding a Starbucks a Starbucks coffee with
Frappuccino.
a frappuccino, and I see somebody just like put their lips to the straw, and I'm like, is that a Floyd man?
Yeah, bro. I'm telling you.
It's crazy.
I've always, even when I did when I was like 17 or 18, I was doing security for Lil Wayne VIP. And where I pretty much met the whole entire like Young Money, Cash Money.
You've been exposed early
But I wasn't like, oh my God, I was a Lil Wayne. We used to sit there and listen to the albums, but I wasn't like starstruck.
But that was Lil Wayne, Cash Money. That was Young Wayne. You know what I'm saying? Like, would it have been?
No, this was like Lil Wayne when he was like Lil Wayne. When he first started Cash Money. When he first started Young Money. This is when like Lil Twist they were young.
Yeah.
And
this before Miller.
This before Bedrock.
This before Bedrock.
Yeah.
So how big was he?
He was huge.
He was still huge.
He was huge. This is like right after this right here is when he was like before he just shot up through the roof. Like he was still like
he was still big at that point.
Huge.
Yeah.
He was like huge, but
he
was like one of the biggest things. This right here was like first time blood Lil Wayne.
Right.
This is when all that stuff and
we used to wear them big ass sunglasses.
I can't remember, but I remember like that he was like, let 10 girls in here. And I remember I was about to let my cousin back in. She was like, nah. Jennifer, I know you remember this, but she was like, nah.
Jennifer back there talking about some.
So I let her friends back in. But I remember it was this girl. She was like, Lil Wayne, my cousin. I was like, man, Lil Wayne ain't your cousin. And I said, all right, go. She was like, Lil Wayne, that's him. I was like, wow. Get out. But yeah, I remember it.
Do you have somebody that you've been like humbled by? Or not, let me see. Not humbled by, but like. Do you have somebody, like, do you have a celebrity that you are like, it doesn't always have to be a celebrity, but like somebody that you like idolize, that you like met them and or like had a conversation with them and you're like, damn. This is just a regular movie.
Yeah. When I was in offense-defense camp, I met a lot of NFL guys like Jonathan Vilma. I met Vince Wilfork. They were just, shooting the shit at lunchtime and stuff like that. We got to hang out with them and talk with them because we were the coaches as well. That was cool, but I wasn't starstruck. I think for me it would have to be like a musician, or an actor. But I haven't come across anybody.
I wouldn't, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
You said an actor or musician?
Actor or musician, like big time.
For me, it would have to be somebody that you don't see often. For me, it would have to be somebody. No, that's Mark's girl.
Oh, I just saw the dog. I thought it was a Nico.
Nah, for me, it'd have to be somebody that you don't see often. So like, for me, it really could never be like a musician unless it's like top of your class, because like I just need like, for me, it has to be like actors and actresses. Like for me, like Denzel, because like, bro, when do you ever see Denzel besides in movies?
Or on the red carpet.
Well, on the red carpet or something like that.
Well, I'm pretty sure he's personable. Like,
sure.
He can sound.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Bro, this is like crazy for me. Like a surreal moment was when I've always been like a Clemson fan, University of Clemson, or Clemson University, and like I grew up watching Clemson since I was a kid. I never like actually wanted to play there, but I grew up watching them. And like when I was going through the recruiting process, when I went to my Memphis visit, I met a coach that I had been watching since I was a little boy, and he recruited me. And I'm sitting there and I'm talking to him, and he's calling my family, and I'm like, wow, like this is really Coach West. Like this is Tommy West, like who I grew up like watching. I never knew this guy would actually coach me. So that was like I wasn't starstruck, but it was like a surreal moment to actually get coached by a guy that I like unknowingly like watched as a kid.
Yeah. So it's just like
that was crazy.
Like you said before, it depends on what you have respect for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was crazy for me.
I think it's like music for me. Like if Chris Brown walked outside, like I'd be not like stars like oh my god, but I'd be like yo that's like oh shit. If it was Jay-Z, I'd be like oh my god.
But then we talk about like top of.
Yeah,
But bro, it's,
Yeah.
like
I mean,
said,
I've seen celebrities, you know, at clubs and stuff like that. I've seen Kim Kardashian. I've seen Eddie Griffin. I've seen
that would be a cool
Julius
experience.
Peppers. You know, we was at the same pool parties and stuff like that. But well, Kim K wasn't Kim K back then. You know what I'm saying? So it might have been different. But yeah, I mean, I've seen people. I walked past people, but like no one that I've ever been like, oh my god, like wow, look who I just saw. It was just like, okay, shit, boom, we in the same club. You know?
Yeah.
But you know, it's cool to me that like almost everybody famous or all stars got a certain aura about them. Even if you like don't like them, like when you see them, it's like I see people all the time like shake hands with Donald Trump and stuff, but I'm like, you don't like him, but if you see him, it's just like that's Donald Trump.
That would be like a starstruck moment. Donald Trump or Barack Obama,
But
even George Bush, because they're like bigger than their
Presidents.
but they were bigger than their job.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They were celebrities. You know what I'm
100%.
saying? Bill Clinton.
I feel like
You know?
like I said, all famous people got an aura about them. Like whether you agree with them or not, if Kanye West walked into a room, everybody's gonna be like, wow,
Yeah.
that's Kanye West, man.
Yeah.
Like if
I'm
somebody
gonna
looks,
get an autograph from Kanye.
why do you think looking like make money?
And we're talking about people that have like one thing too is like we're talking about people that have like created a legacy and they're still alive. We're talking about people that have like that creative legacy and they're still alive. That's why for me it's like I don't know, like the artist thing for me isn't like too big. You know, I mean obviously some of these artists have created a legacy for themselves, but like yeah, for me it's like those people that like just like you said, Barack Obama, he's created a legacy that will live on after he's dead and he's still alive. So if I actually run into the man, it's like, whoa,
Right.
you know?
Right.
I think it's just cool though, like to see these because they're artists at the end of the day, and these people like got people to gravitate towards them. We did,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? Like in our own respect, like it's the same thing. It's like we might downplay it and be like, oh well, I just, but it's like you gotta follow him.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Some people like never met you before, but when they meet you, it's like, wow.